Hello, 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 hello. First of all, I fixed the issue with the camera, where it was focusing weirdly. Secondly, I have a grey hair. What the fuck? This weekend's killed me off, what the fuck? I was... What be happening? That was my mating call. My bird mating call. Oh my fucking god. Wrong direction, I meant to twist it this way. Okay. Multiple green screens incoming. Not today. Not today. Oh my god. I'm still racking from stress from Sunday and then a bunch of other stuff as well. I woke up today feeling like shit. And the intent today was to do quite a bit of stuff, right? I wanted to do all the work stuff that I needed to do, which was essentially going to be an 18-hour workday. I'm aware of that, right? You know? Anyway, didn't do it. I spent the entire, morning of my day feeling horrible. And then the only thing I was like, that's gonna make me feel better, is going to, go for a walk. So I went for a walk. I was like, I'll go for a walk. I'm not gonna spend any money. I'm just going for a walk. I'm just going for a walk. Because it made me feel better from outside. Guess what I fucking did? I didn't spend much. I bought two things. There you go. This is on and off work-life imbalance, and this is Behemoth. I have a lot to say about both of them. This has been on my radar for a little while. It is a guy and a girl who work together. Girl, you streaming? MTG stream started. No, there's an MTG announcement stream today, Ellie. This, cute, looks gay, you know, my kind of thing. However, that's the girl, that's the boy. This is my types. This is the dynamic I like. That's me with he, him pronouns in my bio, you know? Anyway, so I grabbed this. I'm excited to read this. I figured if I'm getting sick and I need to read something in bed, I'm gonna start this, or continue Soul Eater, or continue Boruto, or Nightwing, or anything else, or perhaps this, or the other fantasy one that I grabbed that I still haven't touched. I've got a lot. It's not gay, but by proxy it's technically gay. So, and then this is Behemoth. It's like giant monsters, or a giant monster attacking a city. I don't like giant monsters, but have I mentioned Behemoth before, Ellie? Or is it something I haven't mentioned and shouldn't mention? Or done till none. So it's not even gay. What the fuck an actual scam? Yeah, 100%. Say Naruto is mid, but but it's still suffering through Boruto. Shake my head. Naruto's mid. Naruto's mid. Or a Naruto shot on stream yesterday. Naruto's mid. Boruto's dog shit. Boruto is so dog shit. So you know, there's a manga like that where two dudes work in a maid cafe and they fall in love with each other's maid persona because they never work together. Oh my god. That'd be so funny to read. Look, all I'm saying is, when my hair gets cut, there's new pronouns in the bio, right? And when there's new pronouns in the bio, that sub-goal means something else. When we hit a certain goal, certain things are happening. Anyway. So you know. Look, I get it. I just finished a reread of Bleach. Do you know what? I read a large portion of Bleach. Maybe not a large portion. Like, 12 volumes, maybe? 9 or 12 volumes? I got them in the omnibus form, so it's 3 in each. And I think I had 3 or 4 of those. They're in the bedroom at the moment, so I could check. But I read a large portion of Bleach when I was younger, before I had watched all of Dragon Ball, before I had watched all of Naruto. I really enjoyed Bleach. Bleach is really good. I've never met someone who's watched Bleach and was like, I don't like that. Do you know what I mean? Submissive goal. That's not what that means, but technically, you know? You guys are being submissive and subscribing to me. See, doing this with my hair is me being like, damn, I kind of want to keep it this length. But then, do you not think it'd be really funny to, like, tie it off, like, right there, and then glue this into a hair clip? Then I can just have short hair and clip it in. That's the reveal for today, is me just doing that, and you guys freaking the fuck out. Like, oh my god, her hair's fake, what the fuck? Just take the clip out, all of it's gone. Gender change every 100 subs. We're doing gender fluidity, but capitalist gender fluidity. I'm onto something. You know I am. I think it actually whips through the end of the Shinigami arc or whatever. I have no clue where I got to. I remember they went to... I don't know the names of the places. I was like... I read this over 10 years ago, right? So it's been a while. They went to like a heaven-like place, and they had to fight someone, and then it ended there. Like the chapter ended there. Bleach was the GOAT out of the big three, to be honest. I think they each offered something differently, right? I think people out there taking One Piece as a serious piece of art are off their head, right? Because One Piece, the whole point of One Piece is it's a comedy that is long form. It's how Hunter x Hunter started, but Hunter x Hunter carried like deeper themes. That's not to say that One Piece is bad for that. One Piece is good for that because it's in its lane. It knows what it wants to be. It's not trying to do something too much. Soul Society, yes, you're right. That's exactly what it was. Thank you. One Piece is good. I will say that. Because there's a reason it's still going. There's a reason it's gained more popularity over the years. Naruto was in its lane and it done its thing incredible. And then the author tried to be deeper with it and done things wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, things started being retconned, and instead of retconning, he could have just found a way to make the story he wanted exist without the need of retcon. That's, you know, neither here nor there. I just joined, and we're already talking about Naruto. We're talking about more than just Naruto. Dragon Ball, I'ma say it. Dragon Ball is mid as fuck, but it does the power fantasy really well, and it had to walk so everything else could run, right? That's all it does. The story's okay. It doesn't really do any twists impressively. Most of it kind of just feels very mid, you know? Long time no see. Hi Jess, how have you been? Duck Piece is better. Duck Piece was great. I respect how fast Kishimoto got into the assistance game. We love a manga king, not get murdered by burnout. Yeah. This is... I think that, like... It's painful to watch. Because I know it's probably a culture thing, and we're not in the culture to understand the minds behind mangakas. But, like... I had to check his name. Togashi. Togashi is like the one who needs assistance, and yet he's refusing it. Outright refusing it. Out of like... I don't know what it is, but it's killing it's killing Hunter x Hunter. And it's killing him. So it sucks to see an artist succumb to their own tortured artistness. Kishimoto getting assistance was good, but I think he should have probably had those assistants be a bit more vocal about, let's not do Naruto and Sasuke having been friends as kids, because they weren't. They were never friends. We can't retcon this, because it was never established ever. You can't retcon that like this, because they already done that retcon. They done that retcon within the first 30 episodes between Sakura and Ino. Sakura and Ino were best friends. That wasn't a retcon, that was a plot twist, right? There's a very distinct difference. It's the same plot point, but the way it was portrayed in one versus the other changes whether it's a retcon or a plot twist. Same with the manhwa Tower of God. I watched the anime of that. I watched not all of it because it wasn't all out at the time or some shit. It was okay. It was doing a power fantasy thing. I kind of wait. Which one's Tower of God? No, I'm thinking of God of High School. My bad. God of High School is what I was on about. Tower of God, I've got on my list. I just don't really know what it's about. Shit. God of High School was alright. I'll give it that. It was missing something. I just couldn't figure out what it was. You know? I haven't read or watched any of those series. However, I could completely understand wanting creative control over something you created, I guess. Yes, but Shiley, you and I have OCD, and so wanting full control is something that you and I need. I hope that's not doxing you. I'm just talking in the sense of like you and I relate on that quite a bit. But I can also see that in a situation where I'm having to pump out like a full chapter every month, fully done with the art and the story and planning where the story's going in future, etc., etc., every week to every month, I need a team. There is no way one man can do that. That is not sustainable. Hence why there's a lot of burnout. And then hence why you see Akasashi? Shit, what's his name? We spoke about him yesterday, Fire Force's author. He had disciples, and not disciples, but you know. I like the word disciple more. And they're going on to do their own stuff. I.e. Gachi Okuto by, again, I don't remember her name either. My point is, it just seems like a smart idea. Power of God is good, and it does have an anime. The anime picked a real unique animation style, but I'm very fond of it. Let me whip that up so I can get reference. I haven't changed the thumbnails for the YouTube channel either. Tower of God. Tower of London? Is that the one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is on my list because I think the aesthetic is very nice. There's a sweetness to it, you know? It kind of feels... This is gonna sound like a drag. It's gonna sound like a drag to the thing, to the animation style. I do not mean it like that. It looks like a Netflix anime that has been made in either Canada or France. That sounds like a drag. I've realized that now, even thinking back to it. It's not. I really like that style. Let me, I'm not gonna change the thumbnails for the YouTube video. I'm actually gonna test, see how that does. Let me bring up Tower of God though for you guys. This is what it looks like. I like it. This is a fun style. Like, again, as I said, Netflix animation, you know? Not in a bad way. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it has that style. It being a Crunchyroll original makes sense to why it looks like a Netflix thing. You know what I mean? Laura, I want you banned. Mods, time out Laura and take her toenails. Tower of Druaga. This is an older one, based on this game. Anime has always been weird, right? This game got an anime which looked like this. And it was so fucking good. It was really good. But it might have just been really good because it was like one of the few fantasy ones of the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't have many fantasy anime back when this came out. What was it? There's a gender bender episode in it and it hurt my heart. Wait, in Tower of Druaga? I don't remember that. Gender... Okay. Okay. I do not remember this. I might rewatch this anime because this anime was really good. It got 2 series. It got Tower of Druaga and Tower of Druaga Aegis, or the Aegis of Uruk. I think that might be season 1, and then season 2 is the Sword of Uruk. I'll be 100% real. I don't understand how this show didn't get more, but at the same time, it didn't have a manga, so there was no source material. It had a special episode and 2 seasons, totaling like 24-ish episodes. Let's see, 12 and 12, 24 episodes. Back in 2008 to 2009. This is an old fucking anime. I loved it. I genuinely think it's kind of a slept-on anime. It's one of those. It's one of those. There's a new token, and they have 5 different artworks for it. That's capitalism. I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know much about magic anymore. You know, the MC becomes a total cutie. I mean, the MC was already a cutie. I don't remember his name. Jill. See, this is the thing. Fucking, I love this show because it had so many, like, well-designed characters. There was the character Melt, which was a really shitty name. Very, like, Japan to just use random English words to name characters. Where is he? Melt. His voice actor was in a fuck ton of stuff. I'm trying to figure out, okay, who was it? He was one of the main characters in Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Frankenstein in Soul Eater. He's Android 17 in Dragon Ball. He's in Hitalia as Austria, of course. I think that's the dad in Fullmetal Alchemist. These were not the shows I recognized his voice from. He's Kurogiri in My Hero Academia. Okay, right, now things are lining up more. He's varying characters in Fairy Tail and Dragon Ball. Anyway. There's a new token, they made 5 artworks of it. I like it because I like having choices, and new tokens often only have the one option, so it's nice to have more. That is fair. Need to rewatch. Yeah, it's an anime I'm gonna have to go back to. When and where? I do not know. But one day, perhaps. Okay, Fairy Tail. The manga was the manga I was embarrassed to read in public. Is it that fan servicey in the manga as well? Like, Ellie and I got through... I tried Fairy Tail multiple times, right? I done it when I was a kid a couple times because my friends liked it. And then I done it again when I went to university because it was all on YouTube, right? Like, not as an illegal upload, but like the studio behind it had uploaded it to YouTube, so I was like, perfect. So I just put it on, had it on my second monitor whilst I was doing coursework. It was really nice. I thought I got like 30 so episodes into it. No, I got way less than that, maybe not even 19. I basically rewatched the same arc 3 times over, the train station at the very beginning, you know, where they're chasing down the thugs that are going to bomb the Guildmaster's event thing, or whatever it is that they're doing. Some stupid fucking plot. I've watched that arc now to this point, I think 5 times, because I watched it again years later to try and get into it, and I watched it again this year. And it was only this year that I realized, oh my god, I thought I got way further than this, because then afterwards we got the island where Grey finds his, like, brother figure. Then there's the island where Urza finds her brother figure. And then there's all the other arcs that happen in between. There's a lot of weird fucking shit. All I'm gonna say, Jalal, him dying but also existing twice and also being hot, very weird. And coming back to life. And also, Juvia, my favorite. Juvia is the only reason I will continue watching that, if I do ever continue watching it. It's not like Seven Deadly Sins, where Fairy Tail isn't that bad. No, Seven Deadly Sins is worse. And what makes Seven Deadly Sins worse is that Cat Noir, or the Cat Clock from Date Everything, voices the main character, actively saying very, very, very sus lines. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Which hat Atlia is one of Ellie's all-time new favorites. I am notoriously anti-horny in my manga. Yeah, I am the same. I can look past it if the plot is good, right? Like, some stuff just happens to have fan service for some reason. Like, I understand that that is a marketing thing. If it's done once every so often, I'll turn a blind eye. I'll turn a blind eye, and be done with it. Like Naruto. Naruto doesn't really do it very often. They just done it in the first couple episodes when he turned into Naruto, and then again to convince Jiraiya to be his sensei, and then he does it here and there. I can turn a blind eye to that for the most part, because it's not affecting the overall enjoyment. Fairy Tail done it like every episode. Yo! Ellie, do you know the Smutty Rogue? The artist. This is a side note. This is... No one Google their username unless you're, like, alone. They're an incredible artist. They just followed me on Twitter, so... That's fun. Bleach loves its titty characters, but also Oraheim saying goodbye to Ichigo is actually so sweet. I don't know that part. So I am sorry. I don't know who the love interest in Bleach was meant to be. I assumed it was Oraheim, who, when I was a child, I must have been like 14 or whatever when I was reading it, I read it as Orihime, because I hadn't heard it. I'd only read it. It's like the same as doing like Hermione, you know, for Hermione. Because who the fuck pronounces it Hermione when it's spelt like that? Even Hermione sounds wrong, but the word just doesn't make sense written down, right? This woman, the black mold has been in her brain. It's crazy. Crazy. It does, though. It doesn't read Hermione. It doesn't. Isn't other correct? I swear it is Orihime. Oh, you might be right. I haven't actually heard it written. I haven't heard it in the anime. I watched the first episode of the anime after I had read part of it. I was like, oh, I'll see how this is. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna read it instead. So I actually have no idea how it's meant to be said. I need to go back and watch it because I've heard it's incredible. My sister was reading Rosario plus Vampire. That's some fan service. That rogue person does a bit too Tumblr style hentai in my opinion. Shut the fuck up. You have poor taste. I hear things written all the time. Yes. You're not wrong. I like their color work. Yeah, I like their color work. I also like their dynamics. They're drawing like dynamics that aren't being done very often. Okay, never mind. I scrolled a bit and I'm down. 237 of Bleach mark my words. It's so cute. I don't even think I got that far. Trying to think what would be good. Have you read Tokyo Revengers? I haven't finished it. We'll avoid spoilers, of course. I made Ellie watch the first season of it with me about a year ago-ish. That one's good, I will say. There is a phenomena in manga and anime, and just TV shows in general, that Ellie and I dub boy time, right? Boy time. Boy time. I wish... Hey, Ellie, can you do me a quick favor? Can you Google if there is a text-to-speech software where if I say something in a certain cadence and I do something on camera, it will put that word up in between my hands? You know what I mean? I'm looking for a plugin for OBS that does that. So if I go boy time, it puts it there. Because I think that'd be so fucking good. It's so funny. Anyway, there's a thing called boy time. Don't tell me that it doesn't exist. You can't tell me it doesn't exist. It has to exist. It's not actually that hard to make, probably. You need AI recognition trained on gestures for that. Alright. I'm hearing you, I gotta do it. You're looking for a psychic computer. Yeah, I know. I kicked the ground like I was kicking a stone. Anyway, boy time is Hunter x Hunter when Gon and Killua are doing side stuff, right? When they're excited to do shit together. Adventure time when it's just Jake and Finn going on stupid adventures, sometimes with BMO, right? Boy time is fun boy activities doing stupid things. Stuff like Haikyuu, I'm pretty sure is just non-stop boy time. Boy time seems to be very, very popular with AFABs, right? Don't know why. I think it's because I could actually do a whole discussion on why I think that is. And I think it's because it's showing a safe set of boys that isn't the traditional fighting, angry, blood-soaken, mixed with like abusive or aggressive boys. So boy time shows a safe man in alternative. That's a synopsis of my grander video essay that will come out on some unknown date. It's just guys being guys. It is. It's just boys being boys, but not with the toxic masculinity shit. It's just boys having fun, enjoying themselves. None of it hinges on the existence of a woman. It's almost like the opposite of the Bechdel test. It's no toxic masculinity and doesn't hinge on a woman or status, you know? Stuff that normally inherently causes issues for men. Just guys being dudes, just bros being pals, you know? Yaoi. Some shit like that. Anyway, Hunter x Hunter is great for that. But, having said some of the aspects I've said of what boy time is, what's it called? Tokyo Revengers has some really good boy time. There is a lot of fighting, and there is, like, bloodshed and whatnot, but when it has the downtime and the boy time of it, it's really good. My Hero Academia has some boy time, but it's kind of a caricature at best. I don't like My Hero Academia. I used to really like it, but it's because it was the only thing doing heroes, and now that it's finished, I've finished reading it, I'm like, really sad noise, you know? All your fishing stuff arrived. Fuck, are you streaming tomorrow? Like when me and my boys hang out under a tarp for 8 hours at a festival because it's too hot to go outside. Just 3 boys under a tarp. Yes. It's fucking that message reminded me of the comedy thing. I showed Ellie. This is an obscure reference. I just have to say it for Ellie. I stream for Ellie at this point. Cubes for my boys. Because come Monday, there's gonna be cubes for my boys. Anyway, yeah, stream tomorrow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Please let me know when that is. I really want to watch that. I'm excited for that. I love My Hero Academia. I just know the ending is going to disappoint me. I won't say anything. I won't say anything. Windbreaker has that vibe. It felt like a better Tokyo Revengers. Yes, yes. We watched the first episode and we were like, okay, we'll put this on the back burner. We'll come back to it because it hadn't finished and we were already watching Tokyo Revengers. So we were like, we'll pause it. And we were going to come back to it. Never came back to it. We got distracted. But from the first episode, I fucked with it. I fucked with it hard. Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters? I keep seeing it everywhere. I haven't. I'm watching it. I'm doing like a watch party with Kintama and Finn and Ellie in a couple days, I think. Kintama's Wi-Fi has been weird, so we're waiting for when he's ready, pretty much. There's a 90% chance I won't catch anything on stream. But I have nothing to do tomorrow, so I just get to enjoy you being my lo-fi girl. You know? You just sat there fishing. You're my lo-fi girl. Isn't that all fishing? That is a fair point. As someone who has never fished. He's never finished chat. Fuck off. Shut up. No, I have. I finished many times. There's evidence online about that. Fuck you all. Don't Google that evidence, though. Don't Google it. It's okay, I start a lot of projects and never finish them. Yeah, I do that a lot. I call it the ADHD graveyard. I found, for that, I found one of the best things is till done, tell none, right? Which is when you start a project, tell no one about it, right? The whole point of why you're telling someone about it is because you're after the short hits of dopamine of when you've told someone, they're like, oh, that's really cool. And then you've got your dopamine, right? But you don't have a finished product to show anyone, right? And so you tell everyone until you've told everyone, and then your hype on the project is over because now you're not excited to show anyone the finished product because you've already got what you are looking for from having told everyone. Do you know what I mean? So, till done, tell none. And then when you're done, tell everyone, obviously. I've done that with many, many, many projects, and that's why I don't really tell anyone anything anymore. And I kind of had this like epiphany like a month ago at this point, it feels, where my brain just like woke up, and now I'm like driven for everything. But having said that, I'm driving myself into an early grave with how much I'm working at the moment and doing stuff. Starting and quitting projects is 90% of my life. Same. 100% same. 100%. The one project, task, whatever you want to call it, activity that I am trying my hardest to stick to is this. Because I'm very ill today. I feel horrible. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I feel utterly horrible. But I know that tomorrow I'm not streaming, and I have all of Thursday to recuperate until stream that evening, and I can do a light stream if I am feeling like shit. All I got to do is go live for 30 minutes to 2 hours, and just try and stay alive for that period of time, and then afterwards I can crash out. I'm trying. So I really enjoy streaming, and I don't want to lose a schedule that I've started building and it's actually working, and you know, fishing to me is mostly being near running water while vibing. That sounds like a vibe. We can make a list of promises. We could. I don't know what that emote is. ADHD, of course, ADHD. Yes. Oh, a moment. You are fighting for your life there without Ellie. Honestly, I'm gonna be so for real. I'm working twice as hard, maybe 3 times as hard, with Ellie not being here. And that's not like slagging off Ellie or anything. It's just an observation. Okay. Yeah, I'm working like very hard with Ellie not being here. It is really good for me. It is very tiring at the same time. I feel like I'm pushing because I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to like do some things here and there so that I don't have to rely on like Instagram or whatever too much. But God, it sucks. It's tiring. I need Ellie to come back and like for a week just let me sleep in bed. But I need outside, like the weather outside, to just be non-stop storms for like a week, and then I'll be happy. That's it. You know? And who knows when she's coming back? We'll never know. I'm on the verge of getting back on my ADHD meds. I have a system, sorry, I read that correctly. But also my system can't keep up with big adult life. 100%. I find, everything is getting harder to make. What's the wording? Social media is making brain bad. Focus go bad. No focus, no get work done. Oh, brain hurt. Oh, stress. Oh, my Instagram reels. That's me. I'll start swimming, might be there before Christmas. I'm sure it'll be quicker than that. You're a quick swimmer. I haven't taken pills for almost a year. Everything is fine except procrastination, which is not a disease, but just a lifestyle. That's fucking fair. It's so fucking true. Like everyone has ADHD symptoms now. If they weren't dealing with it since they were like 3. Yeah, this is the thing. I genuinely think it is. People call it Mr. Beastification. It's not inherently him. It's been around since before him. It's just that's the word that people are using. But we'll continue using it for the sake of it. It has been put into games for ages now. Like Fortnite was around the time Mr. Beast started picking up. Fortnite done like the whole Mr. Beastification really well. Because when you're playing like OG Fortnite, not the zombie one, Save the World, I think they call it. That was fun. I loved that when I played that. But like, there is so much to do, right? Because when you're running somewhere, on the way you can go and grab like loot. On the way you can go and like chop down a tree or whatever and do the things you need to do. And the game has only grown further and further into doing that better, where you can interact with pretty much everything. You can take a jump pad to get from one place to another and then land at a new place, use your parachute. You're changing scenery, you're changing traversal modes so often. It feels like it's stroking your brain repeatedly. And I said this to Jet Sheep and Ellie when we started playing Deadlock. I was like, this game is going to crush stuff like Overwatch and whatnot, because it has so much going for it that isn't just the team fights. It's the strategic build up of your economy and gaining the money to be able to spend in the shop. And it's the dopamine of like, I've got a new item, I'm running straight to the next fight because I'm so excited for that. But then when you're not in a fight, you're running around punching all the... Watch that, I'm so sorry. Going around punching all the boxes or the soul machines and whatnot. There is like, yeah, as Ellie said, so many rewarding objectives. It's the, I can kill this wave of minions and the tower is going to fall on its own. I don't even have to touch it. I can run away, you know? This has been a thing for ages in games. I'm sure, I guarantee you, one of the first games to probably have figured this one out was World of Warcraft. Like, World of Warcraft, I guarantee you, they probably had these, like, addictive gameplay loops that aren't inherently any gambling or anything, but just stuff that makes you come back on a daily basis, right? World of Warcraft is, like, one of the oldest games that's still going. It's one of the most refined games. It's the reason MMOs follow a certain loop, because World of Warcraft has done everything already, you know? Did someone say wave of minions? Tonight we steal the moon. Do you know what? Every time I play Deadlock, every time I say minions, I then say tonight we steal the moon. Not every time, maybe, but I say it like most times, because it's funny. Mythic Plus is exactly this. I don't know what Mythic Plus is. You've explained it to me before. I am El Stupid. I think that's the right Spanish for that. So you know, I'm a bilingual queen. By the way, 89,081 points. Jesus! It's like Souls-like dungeon. Right, we're right. But yeah, people call it Mr. Beastification. It's gamification, right? Gamification is a real thing. It is not inherently bad. It's doing things that spark dopamine in your brain. But because dopamine is a drug or a chemical, and your brain is, for all intents and purposes, a muscle, it can become immune for a lot of dopamine, and so you need higher hits of dopamine in order to actually feel good from dopamine, and so dopamine does less and less and less, and so depression becomes more of a thing, ADHD becomes more of a thing, because instead of spending time trying to like do whatever, your tolerance for dopamine has gone down, and you're now addicted to the things that give you short hits of dopamine that stave off the depression that results in ADHD-like traits as well. It's a self-fulfilling cycle, right? And the only way out of it is just proactively doing something, sadly, right? Obviously there's medication and whatnot, but some of it is just like hard, it's just an issue, right? So what I done for a while was like I banned using Instagram on my phone, and like made it so I had to press a couple extra buttons in order to open Instagram, which made me open it less. Because sometimes what I'll do is I'll just tap the Instagram icon, boom, I'm on Instagram. Oh shit, I didn't want to be on Instagram and I'm already scrolling. Whereas when I had this screen time thing on, if I tap Instagram, I have to tap another button or two. And then my brain's already like, oh wait, I'm not doing that. And then after a while, trained myself out of that and kept pressing the buttons. I was simply forbidden to drink coffee in the morning and drink energy drinks in general by my doctor. They don't do anything good for you, especially energy drinks. It's not... The energy you gain from that is not good energy. And the same goes for coffee. If you like the taste, go for decaf for both of them. You go for decaf tea, but the caffeine in tea is so insignificant. I wouldn't even let a man with a dick that size near me. I would, but that's neither here nor there. Let's not look into what I like on my weekends. Oh. It's cute. Is it that little? Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that, Ellie. Fuck you. My doctor tried to stop me drinking coffee when I said I was a chef. She apologized. Oh my god, yeah. Tea has more caffeine by weight. Sorry, I was deciphering what that meant. It shut my brain down for a second. Yes, tea doesn't really have too much comparative to something like coffee or energy drinks. It does have it, of course, but it's like so insignificant that it doesn't do loads. And like if you're just having PG tips like a couple of times a day of like Yorkshire tea, depending on your picky poison, it doesn't really do much. So a cup of tea uses 3 grams of tea leaf. Remind me in a sec to tell you about my dream. A coffee is between 13 to 30 grams of coffee. That sounds like a lot. Sorry, I'm reading chat and like not having any fucking input because I'm stupid. Yeah, I don't drink coffee very often. I will more often have like some sort of like overreaction to coffee than anything else. I don't like energy drinks, so assume I would have it with that as well, but I don't drink them, so I can't say. If you were to drink that amount of tea, you'd be wired to the moon. Interesting. Guys, I know what we're doing on stream next time. I'm gonna see how wired to the moon I can get on tea. I get so bloated after one. One tea, like, kind of lays me out, I'll be honest. Oh, Hydrate by Charlie, thank you. You can bring your good loose leaf stuff. Don't come near me with that loose leaf stuff. Alright, everyone, redeem your points, please. No. Do you know what? I set it so that you can only redeem a tea once an hour, twice per stream, because I figured that was the best. But I've been so bloated lately. I'm assuming it's because I'm either sick or stressed that I can't, I just can't stomach a tea. Ellie, could you please refund all of this, please? Please, do not let Sarah have this. She's not allowed this. She's not allowed this. Make her press it 9 times. Go on. Sarah's got 89k, so she probably has 90k soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got 89, yeah. Ellie, please let me know if you've refunded that. No, let me be free of this burden. No. Never. Never. It's... I wasn't in mod view. Oh no. So it's not there for me. Oh no. Can I do it? I can't. Bureau Awards. Just rewards button? Nope, that is something to do with Street Fighter 6. Okay. Drops. Do you guys want to do a Hunt 1896 drops? I don't know what that is. Do you guys want to do a Genshin Impact drop? Rainbow Six Siege? Is there Black Desert on here? Oh my god, there is. Oh my god, the Hydel Bowl. Oh my god. Yo, if you watch me for 15 hours, you can get a free costume in Black Desert. I will be doing that over the week for someone. I don't know who. I've lost my stream. There we are. Never mind, I did it. Ha 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 ha. The curse is lifted. No, fuck. Sarah needs to be taken all the points away from her like communism. No. I believe in having one billionaire in the chat. Because I think it's going to be really funny. Just to see what happens. Blink 182 drop. What? Yeah. We've got Travis Barker. That's the one, right? That's Kourtney Kardashian's husband. Back to the Kardashians. 2 streams in a row, that's crazy. No, you can't do this to me, Plum. I can. I'm what they call a kingmaker, and you are my king. Go, billionaire, be proud. Fight for me. Real Denmark hours. For real, for real. My dream. Right, you need to hear this out. Who has watched the show Fresh Meat? This is such an obscure fucking reference. It's not even that important. I'll move on from that. Anyway, so I was in the stream. I was at like a university. It was my high school and my university were merged together. I was back in university. We were in our final day. Like our uni year had just ended that day. And I went to like an after uni party, right? And it was this like library room that had been turned into a party room or whatever. It was fun. And the way I'm like moving around, it's like Ray William Johnson if you just like crop it together and everything. Anyway, so we had this party. It was fun. It was sweet. It was whatever. And there was this girl. In this dream, I was a guy. I often dream I'm a man. It's never here nor there. One day it will become true. I dream to be a man. There was... Sorry. Oh my god, my hair is so long. What the fuck? I just watched myself turn around. Wait, I'm doing it again. Oh my god! Anyway, Fresh Meat was for nerds as the Big Bang Theory. I wouldn't say that. Fresh Meat was a very normie show. I'll go on to Fresh Meat in a bit. Because it's kind of a sequel to In-Betweeners, but that's neither here nor there. Every day I wake and see Plum with hair, it makes me sad. I know, I want to get it shaved. Yeah, we're gonna go bald. Fully bald. I want to be so smooth. I want to be smoother than the Northern Lion. I want to beat that man in a bald Olympics. I'm just gonna go... Northern Lion who? Exactly. I'm gonna be Southern Lioness. Southern Lioness? Something like that. Anyway, so there was me and this girl, and we're like, it was a will they won't they kind of situation if we were gonna get together, right? And we got together, and as we're like, you know, hanging out and everything, I see the look on her face, and she's like looking off to the guy that she has had this other will they won't they with, and I looked at her, I'm like, go, be with him, and she was like, but we're together. I'm like, just go, just fucking go. Like, he probably would deserve it better, and I'm just fucking go. And so she goes, and I just start packing my stuff up, and leaving. I grab my Steam Deck for some reason, and I go to my desk. Apparently in this school we had our own desks with drawers and everything in this uni, and so I leave, and I like, okay, I'm gonna go and I gotta walk back to my mom's house. And so I was planning it, right? I'm not going to dox myself, but my university and my high school weren't the same building. They weren't even in the same places of the country. But it was my university in the place of where my high school was, right? If that makes sense. And so I was planning the route home from my high school's location to my mum's house, right? My mum's old house. She doesn't live there anymore. It's been a long time since then. And so I'm like, just fucking go. I say it to everyone who's interested in me. I do the same, you know? I say it to Ellie on a daily basis. So I go, I start walking home, but for some reason when I've left the door, I've teleported him in my childhood home. Not the one that my mum's at, but around the corner from my nan's house. My grandma, for you Americans, by the way. My Oma. And so I'm like, oh, well, I'll go and see her. As I step out the door, there is a man and a woman. I want to remember it now. A man and a woman being conscripted. They're both Jedi, by the way. They're being conscripted by some clone trooper thing or whatever. And he's been like, you need to join the army. Or well, the clone woman was a woman. And I'm like, okay. And she's saying it to the two. And they're like, help us. I'm like, no, she's right. You get to go and join a war with lightsabers. So like, that kind of seems fun, right? And so I got conscripted. And then in the end, I'm walking to my nan's house. It's now New Year's Eve for some reason. Walking to my nan's house. And I get out the front and I open the door. The whole layout's different. Princess jumps off my head and runs into the house. The whole thing's weird. My brother was there. I forced myself awake. That was a dream I had within the 20 minutes. I woke up, texted on my phone, went to sleep for 20 minutes, had that dream. Felt like a lifetime. So long. It was exhausting. I need to not dream, but I dream too much. You are from the south. Yes, I am. Shake my head. My streamer gives up on love. I do. When will there be a stream with detransition? Very soon. I promise. Just fucking go. I said it to everyone interested in me too. Yeah. What streets would that be? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you shit. No, my nan's house got sold. Oh, that's sad. No, I'm still not doxing myself. I'm ignoring most of the details because they will just confuse me. Please do. Just me, like, I have painfully vivid dreams. I have so many vivid dreams, it like kills me. I wake up with headaches. I get no rest. Was it the lamp that woke you up? There was no lamp, not this time. But I yearn for the lamp. At this point in life, I yearn for the lamp. I keep looking at the one off to my side, hoping, you know? And I'm just waking up in some different life 10 years ago, and I'm like, okay, well, I now know what to do, you know? Going back 10 years from now, the power I would have would be crazy. I too yearn for the lamp. The people who don't know what the lamp are will never see the lamp. Although those might be the ones that the lamp comes to the most unexpectedly. I wonder what happens if you Google the lamp. Will it come out? The lamp. It won't. Okay, so it's genuinely a thing that no one will figure out. I read it. I read that story when it was first published. I don't know where I read it. I think I might have just read it as a copy pasta a couple years ago. Or it might have been someone retelling it over a TikTok. No. It's a good little story though, I will say. Oh right, there's her tree. Watch this. Princess! I just heard her meow. You could see her tail jump out there. Come here. There she is. Look at her little run. I wonder why cats yearn for temptations. There's like crack in that. The star of the streams here. She is. Give her a lamp. I will. I was there in Ask Reddit 10,000 years ago. Jesus. 10,000 years ago? When John Reddit made Reddit? Is that just a camera photo? That's cute. We can't give Princess the lamp. I think she already knows about the lamp. I think she exists beyond this timeline. Big stretch. I should really tip this up a bit more. Anything else? She's such a good hunter, she is. She found her food all on her own. That uses that to highlight excellent strength. Thank you. I know that was sarcasm because it was dog shit. Really killed those treats. She did. She did a great job. Now she's cleaning herself. Look at her go. Look at her go. So proud of her. My god, she's so pretty though. No shot of a cat has ever been dog shit. No, but I take some weird photos of her sometimes. So I can understand the mistake of them potentially appearing dog shit, you know? I'm embracing being in my cat-loving era. Were you not a cat lover beforehand? What the fuck? Oh, she scratched the back of her neck. Oh my god, that's me. Hello. Oh my god. I want to clip that. There we go. Wait, no, princess, don't jump off that side. Don't jump off that side. And whilst it's this high up, let me get you down. You might have to refresh if you don't have it yet. New emote chat. What's the new emote? Aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Ellie. I couldn't see it beforehand, so I can now. Oh yeah, it's on the stream, right there. It's the Midwest, we have too much space that everyone gets dogs. Interesting. I didn't know that. I am vehemently a dog hater. I don't really understand why people like dogs outside of like they offer more companionship, but it's like I can get that out of someone over Twitter, you know? I can get that out of someone on DMs. Dogs are so arse, they are. Oh, Plum, you know what I remembered existed the other day? What existed? Refreshing worked. Awesome. I did see, because everyone's refreshed, I saw the viewer spike go all the way up and then back down, settle back down. Dinotopia, yes. Dinotopia is crazy. I don't remember it very well. I think I watched it when I was sick, and so it's a vague memory. On the topic of fresh meat, right, if you want exposure to the British culture, which you probably don't, I do not blame you, I would recommend watching In-Betweeners and then Fresh Meat, right? In-Betweeners is like 3 or 4 seasons, I think it's 3, and it's about a group of 4 boys going through sick form, which is like 16, 17, 18-ish. It's the last stages of high school, right? I wouldn't recommend Peep Show, that's fucking dog shit, I hate that show. All my homies hate Peep Show. They don't, actually. A lot of them like Peep Show a lot. I don't like Peep Show. I think the comedy is very dry. And I don't really like dry comedy. In-Betweeners is very real comedy. It's very, this is the shit me and my friends said to each other when we were, you know, kids. Fresh Meat, sorry, I heard Princess biting something down there. I was trying to figure out what it was. Fresh Meat has one of the characters from In-Betweeners, but now he goes to university, and at the start of the series, he's playing the exact same character, pretty much. It's not the same person, it's not the same... It's the same actor, different character, but the tropes of the character are the exact same. You know, it's the straight guy. Not sexuality straight, but like the straight man, kind of like tired of all the mess that's going on around him, you know? Yeah. It's really good. Very funny. Very realistic to the uni experience in such a weird way. I know Peep Show for YouTube videos of X thing explained by Peep Show clips. What the fuck? That's a thing? What about Creep Show? Creep Show was 3 scary, 5 me. What's Creep Show? Oh my god, this actually looks like something I'd love. Have you guys seen this? Channel Zero. I watched it as it was airing years and years ago, and then it got like a season 2 or whatever. The monster of this first season was this, and I loved its design. I'm guessing they got other monsters for the other seasons, and they look kind of creepy. I want to watch it again. Like, this looks scary to me. But it didn't really do well, from what I can remember. Is that just teeth? Yeah. They explain it pretty well in the show. But they're based on different creepypastas from the internet. So Candle Cove is, if you remember, it was a bunch of people on a forum. The story was about a bunch of people on a forum talking about a TV show that they remembered from when they were kids, but they can't find it online anywhere. And someone mentions saying that, like, oh, my mum said that when I would ever watch that, it would be static that was on the TV. And I wasn't actually ever watching anything. So there's that one. No End House is another one. I don't know No End House, Butcher's Block, or The Dream Door, but I know 3 of them, or at least I know No End House is a creepypasta. I assume the other 2 are as well. You're ahead of me. It's good. Candle Cove. It's creepy. Like, it does it really well. I liked it. I want to go back and watch it. I struggle to find people who like watching horror, really. Because I like horror a fair bit. But, like, I have to be in the mood for a certain type of horror. And I like horror where it's more hinging on a plot that is slightly silly, you know? Like, this is a good horror to me. Some music outside. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I fucking love this series. They done a TV series a couple years ago. It was really good. Is that... No, it's not what I thought it was. Yeah, I don't think they're getting a season 2, which sucks. I've been quoting this a lot lately. I'm never going to be able to find out. No. Either way, it's good. It's good horror because it's not terrifying, it's unsettling. And so it does it really well. And it does it in a way that I find exciting. Wait, hang on, it figured out which episode it's in. Yeah, it was the exact episode, yeah. But I want to see a clip of it. Oh well. Such a fucking weird show. Such a weird show. I do recommend it, but it's like kind of a weird watch. Like, you know, I can't explain it. It doesn't have logic to it. I'm trying to think of what else it was that I want to watch. Oh, wait. This is an obscure reference. Psychoville. This is a British TV show. It's Dawn French in it. I don't know if you guys know of Dawn French. Love her. It follows all... It is Dawn French. Has to be Dawn French. Let me double check. Yeah, Dawn French. Love that woman. It follows like this cast of people, right? And they've all basically been to this. I don't even know how to explain it. It's so weird. It's just so weird. But it's by the people who've done Inside Number 9 and the League of Legends or the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or whatever it is. I don't know what they called. One of those. I've been going for longer than I was planning to, which I'm very happy with, I will say. But I am going to dip because I have other work stuff to do. That button. I have work stuff I need to do. And I am still feeling sick. I feel better, but I want to sit down now. And I have a rule at the moment for me, for some reason. Self-imposed rule, stupid one, where I don't sit down until stream's over and I want to sit down. It's nap time for you. Have a nice nap. I will be back Thursday. We are starting Resident Evil probably Friday. If not, it might be a little bit later, depending on how well I'm feeling. I might start it next week. If I'm sick, I'm not starting Resident Evil because I want to enjoy that. And if I'm having like fucking overheatingness or whatever, I don't want to do that whilst I'm playing Resident Evil because it will become like a core fucking fever dream memory for me. Anyway, love you all. I will see you very, 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 very